You might not believe the kind of performance this budget laptop from 2019 gets. We're gonna go over some benchmarks and then I'm going to tell you what it's been like dailying this laptop for the past 5 years. But before that, let's talk about the one thing every tech channel must talk about, the specs. Now this is the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 14. That's a mouthful. There's also another code name it has. I'll show that up on screen, I guess. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as AMD's new CPU naming scheme. What are you doing, AMD? Speaking of AMD, this has a Ryzen 5 4500U. It's a couple generations old at this point, but it's still got 6 cores and 6 threads. Thank you AMD for normalizing more than 4 cores in the mid-range sector. Well, it's technically an APU because this laptop doesn't have any discrete GPU. The performance of which is quite shocking, as you will realize in a couple of minutes when we do the benchmarks. Shocking in a good way. Paired up with that is 16GB of DDR4 3200MHz RAM, which is quite a decent speed for DDR4, especially since it's dual channel. Unfortunately, however, this is a thin and light, so the RAM is soldered, so you can't upgrade it, but realistically you won't need to upgrade it on this laptop. It doesn't really need it, but it's always nice to have the option to. Keep in mind the RAM is shared with the iGPU, so there's that. And for storage, this has a Gen 3 NVMe SSD. It's only 256GB on this laptop, but I mean, it's fine, I guess. You can always upgrade it or use external storage like I do. And as the name suggests, the display on this thing is 14 inches and it's a 2-in-1 laptop, so it's touchscreen. The screen actually goes backwards. I'm gonna show you right here. Yep, there we go. Which is kind of awesome for a budget laptop even today. And on top of all of that, it also has Wacom support. That means it can use its pen that it came with, there it is, and it works really well. Normally this Lenovo pen costs like 50 bucks, but I got it for free with this laptop. Now it's time for the benchmarks, but before we get to those, I would like to ask you to consider subscribing because we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. So there's me asking you to subscribe. I mean, if you want more informative content, subscribe. Yes, that's what I meant to say. First, we're gonna have a look at some lighter games, some eSport titles, and we'll work our way up. Cyberpunk. First off, we have Valorant, and Valorant actually got really good performance at 1080p natively, which is quite insane for an iGPU, but as you can see by the numbers, Valorant holds up pretty well. At least that's what I would say if the 1% and 0.1% lows weren't so bad. Unfortunately, this is going to be the theme for other games as well, especially in 1080p. Moving on to Dota 2, and I played with bots here because I have no idea how to play this game. I'm only testing it because most probably some of you do like playing this game, but the laptop sure knows how to play this game. It got an average of about 100 FPS. When I first put it up the game, it was extremely stuttery for a couple of moments. It could have been because of the bots, or it's most likely shader compilation which is taking up so much time. However, the next 2 games on our list aren't exactly light. We'll call them medium games, I guess. Leave a like if you like that joke. You're probably gonna leave a dislike now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, I see you. Stop. Stop. Thank you. Thank you for stopping. Now go to the like button. Yeah. Anyways, let's start with Fortnite. It was really popular back when this laptop first came out, and obviously I did try it back then. And back then it wasn't that great because there was no performance mode. But now there is. I honestly have no idea if people still play this game, but I'm just gonna show you the benchmarks even if you don't play this game. Now surprisingly, Fortnite at 1080p performance mode ran pretty well actually. The fact that this integrated GPU can even run Fortnite is mind-blowing. But apparently it's normal now, so every iGPU can run Fortnite now. Okay, sure. Except for Intel HD graphics, of course. Especially with this game being on Unreal Engine 5, it gives us hope for some future games we're going to try. Cyberpunk, yes, I did it the second time, okay? Shut up. Also, Cyberpunk isn't on Unreal Engine 5, obviously. For our second medium game, we have GTA 5. And GTA 5 is so old now, it's 11 years old, and GTA 6 is coming out. And that's, first of all, take that in. GTA 6 is coming out. Yeah. It's everyone's favorite game, GTA 5, so I'm not gonna go over it. Here's the stupid jet benchmark everyone uses. I'm just not gonna bother playing the game. Yeah, take it in. Let's move on. Heavy games. It's time for the heavy games. Heavy games. Now let's have a look at some heavier games. Like Doom Eternal. Yeah, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is very well optimized. And even on this laptop, it was playable on high settings at 720p, but still high settings. I got like 30 FPS at 720p high in the open areas, and it dropped to low 20s in the more intense areas, I guess. More gore areas, right? So I would definitely recommend running this at medium or low settings if you want a playable experience for the entire game. But if you're just gonna play for a little bit, you know, take in the graphics, then high, or even, I don't know, don't go higher than that. High is fine, 30 FPS, console level. With dynamic resolution turned on, you don't really get that much performance. You get like maybe 5 FPS and 6 FPS, and some of those stutters go away in the intense areas. But other than that, it's pretty well optimized even in non-dynamic resolution mode, which is what I tested. With Doom The Dark Ages coming out, which is insane, every amazing game is getting a sequel, except Minecraft 2. Where is Minecraft 2? Where is Mojang? Microsoft? Where is Minecraft 2.0? Speaking of Doom The Dark Ages, I really want to test that game when it comes out on this laptop. I doubt it will run well at all, but like 360p, anyone? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? The next game on our list is my favorite by far, Forza Horizon 5. I'm flabbergasted that it can run on this thing. My Xbox One X broke, okay? So it's the only thing I can play Forza on, like come on. And the performance does not disappoint. This freaking iGPU, man, who did this? Who did the magic? AMD, thank you. Lisa Su, right? You did well, thank you. I know you didn't design this processor specifically, but thank you anyways, I guess. Ryzen. Freaking Ryzen. I went for a balance of image quality because when you're playing a racing game, you're playing it for the looks of the cars, you know, you're not playing it for simulation racing. I mean, unless you're playing it for sim racing, you know. So we went with 900p low. No, I know I just said 900p low, but there was a few medium settings as well, and honestly this game looks amazing at 900p and low settings. Why are low settings so amazing nowadays? I don't think it's a good thing, but it's pretty good on this game because it's very well optimized. It is. There were some unfortunate stutters in cities, and if you stay in a city long enough, the stutters eventually dissipate. I would definitely not play competitive Forza. I mean, who plays competitive Forza Horizon? I mean, I'm sure people do, but I would definitely not play competitive Forza Horizon 5. So lower resolutions will help, but then what's the point of playing Forza, right? Finally, not finally technically, but Cyberpunk, right? I've been teasing this for the last however minutes this video has been long. I tested it for fun because I wanted to see if I could play it, and honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it ran. However, it was a PowerPoint presentation in most of the action scenes, unfortunately, but it ran, you know, so which is insane. You could probably turn this down to like 144p and run it at 200, maybe 25 FPS. It's very well optimized. Who am I kidding here? It's not optimized at all, obviously, especially for this iGPU. Who would expect to run it on an iGPU? It's playable if you really want to play it. Some people would call this downright amazing, but I doubt you'd have a lot of fun. I mean, you might. Maybe just stay indoors, I guess. No, go touch grass. Now, time for the emulation games, the legal gray area type place. If Nintendo lawyers are watching, don't worry, I'm not playing Nintendo games today. But if Sony lawyers are watching, skip a bit more. There's like a chapter thing in the playback thing. Skip. Actually, but don't skip. What's this? That's not the right console. It's Sega. There it is. It's please PS2. It's very dirty. It's a PS2 that I'm using for this gameplay that you're going to watch right now. This is a PS2 that's playing this. It's a PS2 Slim. It's a premium version. It's even got a memory card. That's definitely not modded. Anyways, I did have to set the settings in PCSX2 to fast, but honestly, I was recording via OBS this time and not the external capture card like I was in the previous games, like the real games. These are real games too. These are just emulated games. It almost felt like I was playing the games back from my childhood. First off, we have a fan favorite, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. You can see the game looks like trash now compared to games nowadays, like especially with Sparking Zero coming out. I'm going to test this game on my laptop no matter what. I mean, it's not available in my region, but you know, there are ways to get games that are not in your region. And I'm not gonna post the results on my Twitter or my Discord. I'm not gonna post them there. You can go check out my Discord though, if just in case there's some screenshots that get leaked. Anyways, Gran Turismo 4 ran pretty well, and honestly, it was locked almost all of the time. There were some occasional audio stutters, and you don't accelerate with the right trigger, so I had no idea how to play this game again. And you brake with square and accelerate with X. I mean, and it's an Xbox controller, so I was having really hard time, but it ran pretty well. I mean, the Supra has like 1 trillion horsepower, right? So I mean, it ran really well, it ran really fast. Next up we have God of War 2, because it's better than God of War 1 probably. I have never played either of them, and especially the new game. I have tried it on this laptop, and trust me, it's not good. You don't want to see it. It ran really well, apart from me not knowing what I was doing and trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do here. And honestly, it was kind of enjoyable. I really didn't expect to like God of War 2 so much. I mean, I might completely play it and leave a review somewhere on Discord. There's a Discord plug again, yeah, I know. Anyways, I tried a bunch of other games as well, and they ran really well, and some ran really bad. And there's a few clips you're gonna watch, and after that we're gonna go over how it was like daily driving this laptop.
I'll keep an eye on him, so you be careful.
That's a strong start.
Right 3 continues for 100. Left 6 over jump maybe, 100. Right 6 through dip, 80. Caution left 5 over jump, 60. Left 3 half long, 60. Left 4 continues past junction, opens. And left 5.
Let's talk about how my experience has been with this laptop over the last 5 years. Pretty good, I'll say that much. Now in my spare time, I am a freelance video editor, and I make a bunch of videos for clients all the time, and the space restraints are really bad on this SSD, so I carry around an external hard drive all of the time. I really want to upgrade the SSD on this thing, but the prices are just outrageous for like a terabyte SSD. Now this laptop was like $500 when I got it, which is still pretty good for like a budget laptop. Even I would buy this for like 300 today, honestly speaking. No, I wouldn't. I would buy something better. There was really good reviews on it, and people were generally saying that it's pretty good, and I honestly agree with them. I agree with the reviewers, because after 5 years it's holding up quite well. Even the battery life is not horrible. It used to be like 7-8 hours when I'm watching YouTube videos, like 7 to 8 hours, but now it's more like 4, maybe 5 hours on a good day. And unfortunately that's because it's running Windows 11 now, and that's probably draining a little bit more energy than it should. At least it's not crashing, it's not blue screening like Windows 10 is. I only edit in 1080p, so I'm not that held back by the performance. I mean, it can do 4K as well. I mean, this video I'm recording is 4K, but if there's a lot of layers, then it starts hanging and like slowing down a lot. and sometimes Premiere just crashes. Premiere being Premiere, I guess. I mean, I did struggle with a video I did recently. The AI, I did the AI takes over the world video on this channel, and it was kind of a nightmare to edit on this laptop. That video was a little bit heavier edited than most videos on this channel, so maybe that's why. For gaming, I don't really play that many games anymore. I mean, occasionally I hop on BeamNG and crash some cars, I guess. I did, however, stream a lot of Minecraft back a couple of years ago at this point. Wow, that's been a while. I did stream a lot of Minecraft on this channel, and at 720p the laptop was able to handle it pretty well. One complaint I have with this laptop is the Wi-Fi card is trash. It's horrible. It doesn't have that much range, and when you put your palm on the WSD keys, like we were trying to play a game, because you know you play games, right? And it cuts out the Wi-Fi. I mean, if you're a little bit further from the router, it cuts out the Wi-Fi. The signal goes down when you put your hand on the laptop. Like, what is this, some magic? I honestly thought I was getting repetitive strain injury RSI when I was streaming, because I had to put like my fingers up like this to play on stream, and it was horrible. I also have this thing that like boosts the Wi-Fi, so it doesn't cause any issues, but it's like it's broken now. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Maybe buy like a repeater or something. And this is especially not great if you only have 2 USB ports like this laptop does. Why not 3? Like, come on. I know the trend is to reduce USB ports nowadays, like 1 USB-C port. Like, what the hell is that? 2 USB ports, 2 USB-A ports, that's it. So if I have my external hard drive plugged in one of them and the Wi-Fi card plugged in the other, where the hell does my mouse go? Like, where does it go, right? This stupid thing as well, it's not great. It doesn't work with the hard drive, but it does work with the mouse, so I have that here. And a portable laptop thing that you're supposed to easily move around everywhere with. You have to put a Wi-Fi card on your head, right? And the thing dangling, the hard drive, and the stupid USB thing handling. The SSD really needs an upgrade, because I'm always running out of storage. Actually, let me see how much storage I have right now. 29 GB free right now at this moment. As you can tell, I have dropped this laptop quite a few times, and fortunately the screen has survived so far. Also, you might have noticed the shift key is disappearing. It's going out of existence. Hi, editing, and was here in front of a mostly white wall, and I wanted to let you know that the shift key died. Yeah, while editing, actually, another video, not this one, but it died completely. Both of the shift keys. I thought it was software issue at first, but even reinstalling Windows did not fix it. So there's that, and assembly cost like 15,000 rupees, Pakistani rupees. The dollar amount is here, I guess. I'm not going to replace that. Like a normal person, I'm going to buy a keyboard, an external keyboard. Let me know if you have any recommendations for an external keyboard. I mean, the screen isn't that color accurate anyway, so I wouldn't watch TV shows or movies on this. I would much rather watch it on my Samsung Galaxy. Especially its weight. It's like 1.5 kilos or this many pounds, whatever. Yeah, pounds. No, is it pounds? To use as a tablet, this is not great, carrying it around like that. Like, it is not great carrying you to this video. This video right here. What the script say? Like the segue from Linus Tech Tips. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy that one, or you might not. Who knows? Go watch that video to find out.